Okay, so this is, I think this is assignment 1 is what they have it down as. And I'll just go through a couple of these and then a couple on the other worksheet, and then probably later I'll post like a full video of me going through the whole worksheet. Okay, well, let's just start with number 1. Okay, so you've got 5x plus 7 equals negative 13. So remember, we want to split at the equal sign, and we have to work on both sides. So we've got 5x, we've got 5 with a variable, a plain number, positive 7, and a negative 13. So we have to start moving stuff, and we have to pick the side we want to start on. So with 2 steps, we can't start on this side because there's only one number, okay? And if we move that, then the problem, we can't solve it. Okay, we have to keep something on both sides of the equal sign at all times. So I'm going to start on this side because there's more stuff on it. And the only thing I can move would be this positive 7, okay? Because the thing I have on the other side of the equal sign is a plain number. Okay, remember you can only combine regular numbers with numbers and variables with other variables. So when I move that positive 7, I do the opposite. So I'm going to say minus 7 because it was a positive 7 in the problem, so minus 7. Minus 7, and now that cancels that out, positive and negative. And let me see, I'm just using my phone calculator. So negative 13 minus 7 is negative 20. Okay, and then I need to bring down what was left over here, and that was 5x. Okay, and your last step is always going to be to divide, because this, the 5x, means we're multiplying. Okay, so I'm going to divide by 5, divide by 5. That cancels the 5 out here. And then negative 20 divided by 5 is negative 4. Okay. You could also, I don't know, you could also go through and plug in each answer. So, for example, you have 5x plus 7 equals negative 13. So, if you wanted to, you could just try out each of these answer choices in for x. So that would look like 5 times, we'll try A, positive 4, 5 times 4, which would be 20, plus 7, which is 27. And that does not equal negative 13. Okay, that would be one way to check it. If you just wanted to plug in your answer choices for your variable, you could do that too. And make sure you get whatever you get over here has to equal what's on the other side. Okay. Same thing on number 2, number 3, number 4. Let's look at number 4. Yeah, okay. Number 4. So same thing. You could, if you wanted to, plug in each answer choice in for m. So it would be 7 times each answer choice, or to solve it, negative 1 minus 7m equals negative 85. Okay, and I'm going to go through and box every number with the sign in front so you don't lose that. Okay, so same thing, we have to start on this side of our problem because there's more stuff to move. And the only thing I can move would be this negative 1, because what I have on the other side of my equation is just a regular number. So the opposite of negative 1 or minus 1 would be plus 1 or positive 1. And we have to do that to both sides. So that cancels out there. This would be negative 84. And then I'm going to bring down what's left over here with the sign in front. So negative 7m. Okay, and just like on the other problems, your last step is going to be to divide. Okay, so I'm going to divide by negative 7, divide by negative 7. Okay, and that should give you 12, positive 12. Okay, and then on assignment 2, these are the ones with variables on both sides. So I'm going to go through solving it, and then I'll go through just plugging in, because that might be easier for you. I don't know. Okay, so negative 2x plus 1. I'm going to rewrite it. Yeah, I'm going to rewrite it. Okay, negative 2x plus 1 equals negative 4x plus 9. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing as before. I'm going to go through and I'm going to box each number in with the sign in front so I don't lose those signs and I know what's what. On these, you can start whichever side you want to start on. I would start with the, let's start over here because it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to start with the 1. So I'm going to get rid of that positive 1 and I'm going to say minus 1 to get rid of it. So I have to combine it with the 9 over here, okay, because that's the only other number that doesn't have a variable on it. Okay, so 9 minus 1 is going to give me 8, and it's a positive 8, and then I need to bring everything else down. Negative 4x, and then on the other side, negative 2x. Okay, and then now your problems look like assignment 1. Okay. I've got negative 2x equals negative 4x plus 8. Okay, so it's the same thing, but now I have to start on this side because there's only one item over here, and I have to keep it balanced. I have to keep something on both sides at all times. And the only thing I can move would be this negative 4x because on this side I have an x. So negative 4x, the opposite of negative or minus 4x would be positive 4x, cancel it out, and then plus 4x over here. Okay, negative 2 plus 4, type it in your calculator, should give you positive 2x, and then bring down what's left on the other side, which is 8. Okay, last step is always to divide, divided by 2, divided by 2, so x equals 4. Okay. All right, so that's going through and solving it all. Now let's go through and plug in. So, okay, so if we were to go through and plug in our answer choices for each one, it would look like this. So negative 2 times x plus 1 equals negative 4 times x plus 9. And you can go through and try every single answer choice, and the answer choice that gives you the same number on this side and this side is what's going to work. So we'll start with A, and we type in 0.25. So that would look like negative 2 times, I'm going to do that, times 0.25 plus 1. So in the calculator, negative 2 times 0.25 is negative 0.5, and then add that to 1, plus 1 is 0.5. Okay, so then let's try the other side, and if we get the same thing, then that's the answer, even though I know you already know the answer. Okay, so let's try negative 4 times 0.25 plus 9. So negative 4 times 0.25 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 9 is 8. So this and this, not the same. That can't be our answer. Okay, are you understanding? Well, you can't answer me. So the 0.25 is being filled in for x. Okay, and then we could do the same thing with negative 25. Okay, you could go back through and resolve it. Okay, so I would, if you need to write it down so you can see it a little bit better, do that. And I would box in every number so you can make sure you know if you're going to add or subtract.